So I'm going to be doing a quick foundation and concealer video. This is just one of the methods that I use to apply my foundation. A bunch of different methods when I apply my foundation. Sometimes it stays the same for, you know, the course of a week or so, and sometimes it changes up every day. It just depends on how much time I have to get ready and how quickly I need to get out. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you're going to need is your concealer. I do recommend that you get two different types of concealer. One for underneath your eye and then one for any blemishes if you have any. So this one in this pot is actually the Studio Sculpt concealer from MAC. This one is an NC30, and I like to put a layer concealer underneath my eyes because that brightens it up. And then this is MAC's Prolong Wear Concealer, and this is in NC35. So those are the two concealers that I'm going to be using. You also need a foundation, and I'm not going to use a liquid foundation. Today I'm actually going to use MAC's Full Coverage Foundation. It looks like this, and it is a creamy formulation. So it's a cream. Last thing that you're going to need is your setting powder. Today I'm going to be using the oh so famous Nye Banana Powder. I've got a couple of blemishes on my face, which is perfect for making this video. So I've got one here on my cheek. I've got one on my chin right there. And then I have a couple of red spots. Nothing too major, which is nice. I'm going to be using this brush right here. It's a tapered brush, and it's synthetic, and it's really nice for applying concealer. So I've already got moisturizer on my face. I'm not using a primer today. So I'm also going to be using this sponge. So these are the two tools that I'm going to be using today. This brush from Sedona Lace, and then this this makeup sponge. This particular one is from Alcone. And let me tell you, all makeup sponges are not created equal. This is just to put my concealer on because I don't want to get my hands all dirty. I'm going to be using my my stainless steel palette. To get started, what you're going to do is you're going to take your lighter concealer, and you're going to dip that in. Apply this right underneath my eye. And I'm kind of going to make a triangle, and then I'm going to bring it up towards my temple like that. Another side note to this is, let's say that you're doing your eye and you want to have that really defined line. If you do your eyes first and then you do your concealer second, you can always just get that really sharp defined line right here with your concealer. You just wipe that shadow away. So then I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit here. Let's go to the other eye. Again, go to your tear duct, bring it down, and then out. And you're just going to fill it in. I really like this brush for applying the concealer just because I don't like to get my hands. You don't need a brush, but if you have one, that's cool. Again, so you're going to start at your tear duct, you're going to go straight down, and then you're going to go out towards your temple. Next, I'm going to be taking this MAC Prolong Wear Concealer, and this is in my actual skin tone color. So when you're actually covering blemishes, you don't want to use a lighter concealer because then you're just going to enhance your blemishes and you're going to look kind of crazy. Okay, you won't look crazy, but you don't want to. So I'm just putting it here on my palette. I am going to wipe off the brush that I was using, the lighter concealer, and I'm just going to dip it into this skin tone color, and I'm going to go over my blemishes. So I've got one here on my chin. I'm just going to dab that in there, and then I've got one here on my cheek. I'm going to dab that, and then I've got just a couple of spots on my cheek, so I'm going to dab that. And a couple of random spots here and there. Get it around your nose because you do have a tendency to get red around your nose area. That's pretty popular for a female. What I'm doing is just placing the product. I'm not blending it in or anything like that. I'm just putting the foundation, or not the foundation, I'm sorry, putting the concealer in the areas that I want. I have your lighter color here underneath your eye, and then you're going to have your skin tone color on your actual blemishes, okay? Then you can just lightly blend it out. Moving on to the actual foundation application. So here we go. We're going to use this. I'm going to take this Alcone sponge, run this through water, and I squeezed it out. So only this tip portion that I'm going to use has got is deep. Take some of that product, and I'm just going to place it and pat it, and then drag it down. I really like this foundation because a couple of reasons. It is a full coverage foundation, but you can also sheer it out a lot. So if you need the fullest of coverages, this is definitely going to do it for you. If you need a light coverage, this will still do it for you. You can absolutely sheer this out to where it's almost like a tinted moisturizer. So it's so nice. So again, I'm just putting it in the product. This is my personal one, by the way. Just place it into the product. 2 swipes. I'm gonna place it here underneath my eye. I'm gonna pat, stroke down. So once I get to the hairline, what I do is I kind of use the edge and I just bring it back, because you want to be blending it into your hairline. I absolutely love these Alcone sponges. They are amazing. They're probably one of the best makeup sponges I've ever used. And I actually buy these online from Alcone. So they ship from New York, and they're very affordable, very affordable. I think it was like $2.50 for a pack of these, and they're phenomenal. Don't forget to blend down on your chin. Let's move on to our setting powder. So I'm going to use this big fluffy sponge, or what's this called? Big fluffy poofy majig, and I'm going to take my Nye Banana Powder. I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put a little bit on onto my puff here, and I'm going to hold my puff like this, and I'm going to work it in. I'm going to work it into my poof, my puff, whatever you want to call this thing. I always have technological problems. It drives me nuts. So you're going to work that powder into that puff, okay? So work it like this and then tap it a couple of times. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put it on, and you're just going to press and roll. Make sure you get your neck. Just set everywhere that you put that foundation. And that's it. Concealer, foundation, powder. And that's how I do, well, that's one of the ways how I do my foundation. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. And to everybody who sent me private messages, thank you so much.